Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about it.
You can certainly extend your season, in a way, by using different techniques.
I've put in more this year than I have any other year.
Shed hunting,
Scouting,
food plots,
setting stands,
trail cams,
strategizing.
He means daydreaming.
You know, it's been a lot of work, but giving up a few weekends this spring and summer, getting in some diesel therapy, well, let's just say it's been good for the soul. You know, one way to increase your odds on bagging a big buck this year is to work with food plots.
Now I know what you're thinking. I don't own a tractor, and I don't own any hunting land. But there are things you can do.
If you lease land or hunt on a farmer's property, you can always try to work a deal out with the farmer.
Now obviously, it depends on what he's planting. And if it's corn, offer to buy a section in the corner that he can leave standing if you're going to be hunting late season.
Now if the farmer's having trouble with deer, try talking him into putting in a bumper crop for you. A bumper crop is a narrow strip along the edge of the field that would be planted in a different food source, something like clover, alfalfa, or beans.
And when the deer come into the fields, they'll usually start feeding right along the edge, filling up their bellies before moving on into the crops.
A bumper crop doesn't take up much area of a farmer's field, and the edge along the wood line usually is the area that produces the least yield.
Now converting those areas does take a little bit of effort, but in the long run, it's more likely to benefit the farmer.
Adding an additional food source to that field can make your stand a whole lot more productive. If you do own land and have an ATV, this could be your tool of choice. There are a lot of implements on the market today that are specifically designed to be used for food plots.
And as a rule of thumb, heavier implements will work the soil better than the lighter duty ones.
If you don't have an ATV, the most affordable implement you can buy for food plots is a chainsaw. Going in and removing part of the canopy is going to allow light to reach that forest floor.
Now when this happens, you'll get a flush of new growth that deer will love to browse on.
Now when making a clear cut or even just removing a few trees, be sure to leave the tops behind. Although they don't look pretty, they do make great cover for deer to bed next to.
QDMA is something that Tiffany and I are so proud to be part of because it's all about management. And with the QDMA, all the things that they do and all the information you can get now, that you can do it anywhere.
QDMA is the #1 conservation organization dedicated to securing the future of deer hunting. By joining, you receive benefits that include 6 issues of Quality Whitetails, the nation's leading magazine for information on food plots, habitat, and deer management. Join today. QDMA, the future of deer hunting.
Welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to install a string loop, and we're going to start out with a piece of string loop, and the key objective of a string material to be used as a loop is something that'll burn down to make a ball on the end. And what we do is we usually mushroom all the fibers and get all the fibers mushroomed out, and then go ahead, and this allows the ball to be formed on the head of the string loop. This is what the locking mechanism, as you'll see as we install this loop. What we're going to do today is just show the tying of the loop. And the one thing you want to do when you're tying the loop is you bring it around behind, and the tip of this never goes towards the inside knock point of the arrow. This beaded end on this string goes to the outside, and this is the first phase of the string loop. We pull this up a little tight, locking in this, and then we mount the string loop pliers. At this point, you want to go on the opposite side of the string than the first side. The first side came down this side, so this one here will come down the opposite side. Drop it over the pull leg. Finish your loop. Pull it tight. We snip it off, the excess. We flare the end and mount our melted ball on the end to keep it locked in place. And finish the loop and lock it in place so it doesn't turn, and it helps with the aid of peep alignment. I'm Mike Fitzgerald with Fitz's Archery, and this is your Punch Outdoor archery tip.
Thanks for tuning in, and members, keep sending us those great pics.
And if you're not a member, please sign up on the website, folks. It's free.
I'm Mike Paduano.
I'm Tony Paduano.
This is Punch Outdoors. We'll see you next time.
See ya.